an atlas of oddities, where lines on the map come alive. Maps are more than just tools for navigation. They are portals to fascinating stories, especially when we examine the quirky and unusual. Some of the most captivating geographical tales are told by borders, those lines on maps that delineate territories. While many borders follow straight lines or natural features, others twist and turn in ways that defy logic and expectation. These geographical oddities offer a glimpse into the complexities of history, culture, and the often arbitrary nature of political boundaries. In this exploration, we will journey across the globe to unravel the stories behind some of the world's most unusual borders. From the intricate enclaves of Europe to the winding frontiers carved by mountains and rivers, each border has a tale to tell. These stories are not just about lines on a map. They are about the people who live on both sides and the impact these unusual demarcations have on their lives. A Belgian puzzle, enclaves within enclaves. One of the most striking examples of border eccentricity lies in Western Europe, where Belgium and the Netherlands meet. The town of Baarle-Hertog, a Belgian municipality, is a patchwork of enclaves entirely surrounded by Dutch territory. This unusual arrangement, a legacy of medieval land ownership and treaties, has resulted in a town where houses on one side of the street can be in Belgium, while those on the other belong to the Netherlands. The border's complexity doesn't stop there. Within Baarle-Hertog lie Dutch enclaves, some no larger than a single building. This intricate tapestry of sovereignty has led to unique situations. Businesses strategically straddling the border to take advantage of different regulations and residents holding dual citizenships. Baarle-Hertog stands as a testament to the enduring impact of historical quirks on the modern world. The Great Lakes Divide, a watery borderland. North America also boasts its share of curious borders, particularly the boundary between the United States and Canada. Stretching for thousands of miles, this border is largely defined by straight lines. However, the Great Lakes region introduces a fascinating geographical quirk. Instead of bisecting the lakes, the border meanders through the water, creating pockets of Canadian water surrounded by U.S. territory and vice versa. This unusual demarcation stems from treaties drawn up when surveying technology was less precise, leading to reliance on imprecise maps and descriptions. The result is a complex maritime boundary that has sparked debates over fishing rights, navigation protocols, and even the ownership of submerged islands. The Great Lakes border highlights the challenges of defining boundaries in a world where natural features and political imperatives often collide. Enclaves of South Asia. Landlocked in history. The Indian subcontinent presents a compelling case study in the enduring legacy of colonialism on borders. The partition of British India in 1947 led to the creation of India and Pakistan, which later split into Pakistan and Bangladesh. This division resulted in one of the world's most complex border scenarios, characterized by enclaves, territories entirely surrounded by another country. The most notable example is Dahala Kagrabari, an Indian enclave within a Bangladeshi enclave within an Indian enclave within Bangladesh. This geographical oddity, once home to a few hundred people, was a result of historical land grants and the challenges of dividing territory along religious lines. While India and Bangladesh finally exchanged most enclaves in 2015, these territories remain a stark reminder of the human impact of political decisions. Section 5. Along the Andean Spine. A border carved by nature. Natural features often play a significant role in shaping borders, and the boundary between Chile and Argentina is a prime example. The towering Andes Mountains, running like a spine along the western edge of South America, form a natural barrier between the two countries. This rugged terrain has resulted in a border that is anything but straight. It twists and turns, following the peaks and valleys of the Andes, creating a visually stunning but geographically challenging divide. This mountainous border has had a profound impact on the cultural and economic development of both nations. It has limited cross-border interaction in some areas, leading to distinct regional identities. The Andes have also played a role in territorial disputes, as the exact location of the continental divide, often used to demarcate the border, can be difficult to determine. Section 6. The shifting sands of Eurasia. Borders across the steppe. The vast steppes of Central Asia are home to borders that have shifted dramatically throughout history. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 led to the creation of new nations, including Kazakhstan. The border between Kazakhstan and Russia, stretching for thousands of miles, is a testament to the challenges of defining boundaries across vast, sparsely populated landscapes. The border largely follows the course of rivers and traverses vast stretches of open steppe. This has led to difficulties in demarcating and controlling the border, making it susceptible to smuggling and illegal crossings. Additionally, the legacy of Soviet-era population transfers has resulted in a mix of ethnicities on both sides of the border, further complicating national identities in the region. Section 7. The human impact. Trade, culture, and daily life on the border. Unusual borders are not just geographical curiosities. They have a tangible impact on the lives of those who live along them. These borders can influence cultural exchange, economic activity, and even the simple act of crossing from one side to the other. In some cases, these borders can hinder trade and movement, creating economic disparities and social divisions. In other instances, these borders can foster unique cultural blends, as communities on both sides adapt to the realities of their proximity. Residents of border towns often develop close ties with their neighbours across the divide, sharing languages, traditions, and even family connections. These cross-border relationships highlight the human dimension of borders, demonstrating that while lines on a map might divide, they can also bring people together. Section 8. Lines on a map. Stories on the ground. Geographical oddities, particularly unusual borders, offer a captivating glimpse into the interplay of history, politics, and the natural world. From the intricate enclaves of Europe to the vast borders snaking across continents, these lines on a map tell stories of human ingenuity, conflict, and adaptation. As we have explored, these borders are not merely abstractions. They have a profound impact on the lives of those who call these borderlands home. By understanding the stories behind these unusual borders, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of our world and the enduring legacy of human actions on the landscape. These oddities remind us that maps are not static representations, but dynamic reflections of the ever-evolving relationship between people and the spaces they inhabit. Section 9. Sources. The world's most bizarre borders. National Geographic. Borderlines. The case of Bala Hertog and Bale Nassau. University of California Press. The Great Lakes Water Wars. Peter Annin. Enclaves of Partition. The Divided Borderlands of India and Bangladesh. Deb Mukherjee. Geopolitics of the World System. Saul Cohen.